And we're ready for race number 4 of the Slim Jim Science Series, the Coca-Cola 200. A lot of people asked me to continue to do this, so I am going to be continuing this. I've enjoyed doing it. But we've got a bit of a change going on now. You remember the old Nelliston Speedway? It looked kind of like Charlotte, North Carolina's Lowe's Motor Speedway. We had some great finishes, and we actually installed some concrete turns in 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Well, it's no longer. No more racetrack. We've taken and completely redesigned it. Take a look at the new Nelliston Speedway. There's S's, that's turns 3 and 4. 1 and 2, we got a sand pit, and turn 1, only one concrete turn. The pit roads are fenced in away from the racetrack, so that way you'll be safer on pit road. So the all-new Nelliston Speedway, ready to be raced at. Top stories, we've got 3 drivers tied for the lead in the point standings. No one CFCF, NASCAR Fan 328, and Dynotech Jim. They're starting in different places in the field. We'll see who will be able to come out on top after this race. Also, we thought the feud was over between the 12 and the 55. It's not. Final lap of the last week's race. The 12 car turned the 55. That feud continuing on. And if it continues this race, there may be some penalties handed out. So we're going to have to keep our eyes on both those cars. Keys to the race. Pass load. Avoid going high. We have seen some people able to move on the high side of this new racetrack. Don't enter the corners too fast, especially in the S's. Get into the throttle quickly off of the turn, and be careful of possible lap traffic. This is a little bit small of a racetrack. It's more possible to get the lap traffic than it was last week. Race summary. 20 laps. Pit window 10 to 15. Nobody went to the rear of the field, and it's warmer than last week. We have 48 degrees and just a slight wind from the south. Here's the starting lineup for today's race. No one CFCF on the pole. Remember, he's leading the points, tied with 2 other people, and the Sabreton is second. A newcomer, Tripster 101, will start third, and Booyaka the Dragon fourth. Row 3, we've got another newcomer, Mushroomhead 38, and TPMJ 5997. Row 4, Kenseth Freaking to the outside. We've got Horses Rules 4. Joe Swish 01 will start 9th, and starting 10th will be Grand Theft Auto WWE. Row 6, we've got Jimmy and Dale, and to the outside, the Batcave Club. Row 7, we've got the 48 of Dynotech Jim, and the 12 of the Awesomest 09. And in row 8, we've got the 55 of Pelican Yo, the 25 of SNC 52, and in the final row, we've got NASCAR Fan 328, and the 22 of the Sonic Galaxy. We will be right back to the Coca-Cola 200 at Nelliston Speedway. And we return to the Coca-Cola 200 just in time for the green flag, and here we go. At the new racetrack, no one CFCF on the inside. Outside will be the 11 of the Sabreton. No one CFCF takes the lead. Tripster 1001 will take second, and another newcomer, Mushroomhead 38, will take it third. They head down here. They're heading towards the S's now. They're going to want to decrease their speed to make sure they can make it through these turns. Double wide there for 4th between Kenseth Freak and the Sabreton. And, there's a car sideways! The 24 car! And oh my goodness, they're piling in. Cars spinning, piling into the wreckage. At least 6 cars that I could see. Possibly 7. The 00 is on pit road. So is the 29 and the 88. Not sure why. We'll catch up on that in a minute. But take a look at a replay and see what happens. Watch the top of your screen. The 24 got turned by somebody. It was the 48 of Dynotech Jim. And TPMJ 5997 down into the wall. And look at the 48 go airborne. Onto his roof. And then the 10 car NASCAR Fan 328 piles in, as well as the 22 of the Sonic Galaxy and the Awesomest 09. In that wreckage, folks, there's 2 of the guys that came in tied for the lead in the point standings. The 10 and the 48. I think the 96 and the 25 may have are caught in the sand. If you didn't see it, here's the replay once again. Top of your screen. Just turned down and comes back up the racetrack, and that is one hard lick. The 96 got turned by the 55 into the sand pit. And I think the 25 was slowing down too much. He didn't have enough momentum to get back up onto the racetrack, but wow. Take a look at a replay. Once again, I want you to watch the 29 car and the cars behind him, the 00 and the 88. Now, the wreck is occurring right now. Watch what they do. They get down pit road. This was pit strategy at its finest. They get down on pit road before the caution to get off the pit sequence, and that was a great job by those guys, as now the Cars are being towed out of the sand pit. I think the 96 and the 25 will be able to continue, but everybody else you see there, they're not going to be able to. We're under the red flag with no one CFCF leading. We'll be right back to the Coca-Cola 200 right after this. And we return to the Coca-Cola 200, ready to go back under the green flag. No one CFCF on the inside, with Tripster 1001 on the outside. 3 wide into turn 1. The 19 sticks it down the inside. Can he make it work? It looks like he's going to. He's going to take the lead, with no one CFCF back to second. Battle now for third between the Batcave Club and Tripster 1001. We'll be right back after this to the Coca-Cola 200. We're back to the Coca-Cola 200. The laps very quickly winding down here. On lap 15, we had some green flag pit stops. Remember, these cars can't make it all the way. 2 cars came in on lap 15. They were the 1 of Tripster 1001 and the 18 of Mushroomhead 38. Then a lap later, on lap 16, our leader came in. The 19 car, along with the Seabreton and the 00 of Joe Swish 01, who did not get the car completely full of fuel on that last pit stop. So that's a costly break there. So we jump ahead now to the final lap as they are on it. The Batcave Club, the 39, has not pitted, trying to stretch it out on fumes. The Horses Rule 4 car, the 96 behind him, has pitted recently, so has fresher tires. Lap traffic coming up. Never mind. I don't think we'll have to worry about that. Here we head to the S's. It's the final lap. The 96 is going to try to stick it down the inside. Going to make it stick. Here we go. A drag race to the line. The 39 on the outside. The 96 on the inside. To the stripe, and I believe it's Horses Rules 4 with the win. No one CFCF, Booyaka, the Dragon, SNC 52, and Jimmy and Dale will finish in 6th, and the 96 was in the sand pit. Take a look at the finish. Watch the 96, just gets that side draft, and look at that. Wow, what a run the 96 got there. What a finish. And here's what happened to the 96 after they crossed the line. Just, I guess, makes contact with the 39 and a spin down into the sand pit. Well, that's a premature burnout, I guess. But is able to continue and is there for the burnout. And the number 96, Horses Rules 4, wins the race, wins the Coca-Cola 200. We'll be right back with all the post-race stuff right after this. We're back to the Coca-Cola 200. The next race coming up will be the Snickers Shootout at Nelston Speedway. This track going to have restrictor plate rules. We've got 3 new people that'll be here for this series. Remember, this one that's coming up, the Snickers Shootout, if you're going to enter it, you got to enter before I start taking the pictures. The winner of this race was Horses Rules 4, some other awards. The 19 of Kansas Freak led the most laps. I believe it was 7. Heartbreak of the race goes to NASCAR Fan 328 and Dynotech Jim. Both were leading the point standings. They were tied for the lead and both wrecked out. And then our Moving Up Through the Field award goes to the 25 of SNC 52. Take a look at the finishing order. Horses Rules 4 finishes first. Batcave Club almost stretched out a win, but couldn't do it. Finishes second. No One CFCF finishes third. He's obviously going to run away with the points now, since the other 2 drivers that were tied with him, Dynotech Jim and NASCAR Fan 328, will finish 17th and 18th. Going over here to the point standings, as you can see now, the point standings are quite a bit more organized than they were in the previous races, so now you can actually see where you are. NASCAR Fan 328 drops 9 spots in the standings. Dynotech Jim will drop 6. Belt 1 CFCF takes a 20-point lead in the point standings. The biggest mover up through the field would probably have to be Booyaka the Dragon. He's moved up all the way to 4th. Right now, if we started the championship, NASCAR Fan 328, the 10th place car there, would be the last car in to the chase. Some of the other guys down there you see making headway. Okay, so congratulations to Horses Rules 4 on a dramatic victory on the final lap, a photo finish. Remember to sign up, because once the Snickers Shootout starts, you can't sign up anymore. All sign-ups will be closed. Thanks for watching the Coke 200. We'll see you next time.